I wanna do is win, win, win.
I'm always gonna root for me. I'm super competitive.
All I wanna do is win, win, win.
I would love to win.
All I wanna do is
Rachel Garcia on the biggest stage.
I'm pretty hungry to do it again.
Got it! Grand slam for Hannah Flippin. Leah Andrews walks it
all
up.
I wanna do is win, win, win.
Win.
I feel confident, I feel free.
Another strikeout for Odyssey.
All the hard work and sacrifice is coming to light.
Bubba Nichols saves the day.
It's truly about representing something bigger than yourself.
All I wanna do is win, win, win.
Welcome to Athletes Unlimited Softball on ESPN, presented by Gatorade. Let's do it, everyone. A champion will be crowned today here in Rosemont, Illinois. We've got a full day, the final day of Year 4 of Athletes Unlimited Softball. It starts with Team Denham taking on Team Flippin in our lid lifter. All of this coming your way from Parkway Bank Sports Complex, just outside of Chicago, here in Rosemont, Illinois. We are playing for leaderboard supremacy. We're playing for final paychecks. There is a ton on the line here in our two games that we are going to play here this afternoon. The up-to-date leaderboard. Odyssey Alexander went to bed last night knowing that she was the top dog, #1 here, but she's still got to perform on a Sunday afternoon if she wants to play for all the marbles and win the top spot. She will not play until our second game. Nipping at her heels is Alyssa Denham. She's currently #2. She's got a chance with a super day today to overtake Odyssey Alexander and be the top player in this year's field. There is so much to look forward to. So glad you've joined us for it. With my partner, Danielle Laurie, I am Eric Collins. Final day, games 29 and 30 of Year 4 of Athletes Unlimited Softball. We always talk about the top player on the leaderboard, but Danielle, really, there's 4 medalists that will be crowned at the end of the day today.
Well, and it's a tight race, and at the end of the day, the bragging rights really mean something. And being one of 4 is a really big deal. Yes, you want to be the top dog, but if you come in there at 3, you still get that medal, and you get to brag about it for a year until you need to prove it again next year.
And someone who can actually do something about it is Alyssa Denham. She is not only the captain for Team Denham, but she's going to be the starting pitcher. She's going to have a big say in what we see today.
And it's a complete deja vu of last year. This same situation seemed to happen for her, but I think the one thing she has in her back pocket is Gwen Svekis behind the plate. They have done so well together, and I think with Gwen, who's moved 338 points so far this weekend, 6 in the league, but can still find herself scooting up that leaderboard as well. So these are a really fun battery to watch, and it's a confident Team Denham team across the board.
Well, they are officially the visiting team, so they will start with the bat in their hands here to begin our ball game. It's going to be Amanda Lorenz chasing a 500 batting average on the year. She'll lead things off. Haley McClenny in the 2 spot. Kelsey Stewart-Hunter hits 3rd. Sydney Romero, Sam Fisher, Gwen Svekis right there in the guts of the lineup. Jordan Roberts has come on here in week 5. She's the DP with Caroline Jacobson, the right fielder, and Aubrey Leach operating as the 2nd leadoff hitter. She hits 9th. Leach is the 2nd baseman. Team Denham has been perfect so far this weekend. They are 2-0. They beat Team Alexander 7-1 on Friday, and yesterday a picture-perfect contest, 4-0 win over Team Gibson. Amanda Lorenz, 5 for 7 so far this weekend. She's raised her batting average to 476. 20 hits and 42 at bats. In the air. Out #1, Kelsey Harshman makes the play. All right, Mariah Masson is the starting pitcher for Team Flippin. Mariah Masson comes into today's action 29th out of 60 players on the leaderboard.
Well, the numbers don't lie. She has been fantastic this whole Athletes Unlimited championship season. 5-1. Has been primarily a little bit more of that closer, reliever type pitcher that has come into games, but she's getting the ball here today for Team Flippin, and a great opportunity for her to gain some points. Pitchers +4 for every single out that's recorded, but pitchers can go backwards, so -10 for every earned run.
1 ball and 1 strike to Haley McClenny. This is an interesting matchup right now. We're going to be talking leaderboard the entire afternoon. You got Haley McClellan 28th. You got Mariah Masson 29th. So they could actually flip if Masson gets McClellan out right here. And she does. So an extra 4 points for Masson. Fruitless at bat for McClellan. And they're now 2 outs.
And this has been what Masson has done. I mean, she's just been phenomenal on the lower half. She just ate these lefties alive with that drop ball, that heavy drop ball, 69 miles an hour down in the zone. Throws hard, has great spin. And she probably, to me, seems like her most confident that we've seen her. She threw last year, came in as a rookie, fresh off of the World Series for Oregon State, and this is her first full season with Athletes Unlimited.
2 outs into the game, Masson has already moved up 1 spot on the leaderboard. She's picked up 8 points, 2 batters into the game. She is now in a dead heat, tied with Haley McClellan for 28th on the leaderboard.
Well, I think she's really, to me, has kind of set the tone going up against this offense. Just what they've been able to do has been tough. Team Denham swings it, and they come out exploding right out of the gate. So to get 2 quick outs against Lorenz and McClellan is impressive by Masson.
Kelsey Stewart-Hunter, 2-out base hit to center field.
And she just goes and gets this. This is a drop ball on the inner half, elevated up a little bit. Not a bad spot, but Kelsey Stewart-Hunter, a darn good hitter, just hits it right back up the middle. It's gonna be plus 10 for her.
Here's Sydney Romero. Romero currently top 10. She's 9th on the leaderboard. Looking for her first hit of the weekend. She's 0 for 5, has reached base a couple of times. She's walked once and been hit with a pitch. You're not going to believe this. I just mentioned that Sydney Romero was 9th on the leaderboard. She's 9th no longer. She just got jumped by Kelsey Stewart-Hunter. Kelsey got plus 10 on the single, so she's leapfrogged over Sydney Romero. And so it is now Kelsey Stewart-Hunter 9th and Sydney Romero 10th. It's going to be like that all day long, folks. Here it is, your live leaderboard.
And last day, best day, and these women all know that. Like we said earlier, it's all about bragging rights, top dogs, get the most pay, and that's just how it works. You come first, you get the most out of anyone, you come second, it just goes down, and the top 4 on the leaderboard, when it's all said and done, will receive medals at the end of this. And when I say that these medals are about the size of my whole entire hand, they are ginormous. There's something pretty special about getting to receive something like that, looking at the caliber of these women and what they've all been able to individually accomplish, not only in Athletes Unlimited, but in their own personal careers of this game. To compete and be able to win a medal in a league like this, really impressive.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Romero. High pop-up, wind could be a factor. Straightaway center field, and what a play made by Flippin. Had to backhand it in shallow right center. I'm not sure that Victoria Hayward saw it. Tough, tough play made by Hannah Flippin. Welcome back, everyone. Team Denham, they got a 2-out base hit by Kelsey Stewart-Hunter, but can't score in their half of the first inning. Now Team Flippin's going to try for an inning win. The captain of Team Flippin, Hannah Flippin, the palindrome. She's going to put herself in the top spot, and why not? She can do that as a captain. Following Flippin will be Victoria Hayward, Mia Davidson, Kelsey Harshman moved into the power spot. She'll be the cleanup batter today. She's had a nice year, 341 batting average, close to 1,000 OPS. Tori Vidalis is in the 5th spot. Delaney Wiz has been a whiz-bang as a rookie third baseman. Sydney McKinney's out in right field. Lily Piper, the veteran, and Jasmine Jackson do a lot of different things in that 9th spot in the order. Alyssa Denham's going to get the ball.
Of course she is. She should get the ball. This is a great opportunity for her. She's been throwing so good. 6-1 on the season, 35 innings pitched. And she's that type of pitcher that knows she's not a big strikeout pitcher. She's not always hunting for that. She's a pitch to contact, utilize that defense, trust those behind you, and she's been so good at that. And you cannot say enough about Gwen Svekis behind the plate and just that connection that the battery has, and why it was really big for Denham to draft Gwen. Kind of gives me the 2020 Kat Osterman vibes when
I see it.
Kat won and Gwen Svekis was her personal catcher. Every week they were together, and you could see why Kat was able to perform well because she's Kat. But I also think there is so much that you can get behind a rock-solid defender with solid mindset behind the plate that can really help you out.
Kat Osterman got us started in regal fashion 2020, the first champion of any sport with Athletes Unlimited. 0-2. Now, Hannah Flippin has moved her lineup around with good reason. Through the first 2 games this weekend, 14 innings, 5 hits. Team Flippin is 5 for 46. That is a 109 batting average.
Well, usually you're seeing Victoria Hayward up top, but making that change and putting herself in that leadoff spot to give her potentially another ups. So you can accumulate points, stat points they call them. So singles are 10, doubles are 20. List goes on. Caught stealing, that's going to be -10. Hit by pitch is going to be +8. A lot of different ways. That sack, you're going to get +10 as well, whether it's a sack fly, sack bunt.
Golfed into center field. Haley McClenny. Man, she makes it look easy. She ends up close to the right field foul line. She covered so much ground. Real good play by McClenny.
Yeah, she's one of the best in the game. That's for sure. Haley McClenny makes a ball that looks like it's gap all day look easy to her, like it's just intermit, no doubt about it.
Here's Victoria Hayward, the all-time leader in stolen bases, base hits. Back in the inaugural season, 2020, she came in 3rd. What a great career she has had here with Athletes Unlimited. Two balls, no strikes. Denham didn't walk very many. 12 walks in 35 innings so far this year. The best thing that Denham does is keeps the ball in play. Only 2 home runs allowed.
Well, she's primarily a downward ball pitcher, which means she gets that good over-the-top spin, drop ball. When you can keep the ball down in the zone with a little bit of wind, it allows you to keep the ball in the ballpark.
I know it's super early, but this is just going to be, every single inning is going to be super important for Denham.
Yeah.
She starts the day 2nd on the leaderboard. She needs to win a lot of the innings today. Her team needs to play well behind her.
And the biggest difference for me is just she's really owning that inner half to these hitters. She learned that while she was over in Japan, that being able to go away is something she knows is bread and butter, but really establishing that inner part to those lefties over in the Japanese professional league was something that she needed to add to her game in order to have success. And you see how that has just helped her a little bit here. And I say this because every single year that you're playing Athletes Unlimited, especially as a pitcher, you gotta reinvent yourself a little bit. What am I gonna do differently? And this is the ranks week to week.
No chance. Victoria Hayward runs so well. That'll be an infield single for Vic. A runner aboard with 1 out for Team Flippin. Classic Victoria Hayward. Hit them where they ain't. So she's aboard, and now she's got a chance to possibly steal a bag and add to her point total. Mia Davidson, currently 17th out of 60 players on the leaderboard. Swings at the first pitch. Sam Fisher goes to second, and not in time. The return throw over to first. Davidson beats it out. There are now 2 outs. Tricky hop for Sam Fisher, made it look routine.
When you dig this, because you know that Victoria Hayward has a ton of speed, but Fisher made her mind up as soon as she fielded that ball, trusts her arm, gets to throw on the money to Aubrey Leach and gets that lead out. And that's what it's about. It's going to come down to winning innings and winning games. Every single inning is worth 10 points. So if you win a whole game, it's 50, but you win every single inning, that's 70 points. And these athletes know the importance of getting the lead outs and going back to the basics of this game, and that's why I'm such a fan of the scoring system.
Kelsey Harshman. Nice play by Sam Fisher. I'll tell you, she has been really good at the hot corner from game 1 all the way to game number 29. Scoreless first inning. Second inning will be worth 20 when we come back. Athletes Unlimited Softball on ESPN is fueled by Gatorade and by Aspiration, a global leader in financing climate impact. The 119th game in the history of Athletes Unlimited Championship season softball being played today. It has been the culmination of a fantastic year 4 of Athletes Unlimited Softball here in Rosemont, Illinois, with a little side trip down to Greenville, North Carolina. A lot of positive vibes in this year's season. For every run scored during this year's Athletes Unlimited softball season, Aspiration is committed to planting 10 trees. Heading into this week, 1,670 trees have been committed this season thanks to Aspiration's support. And if you hadn't heard, we've mentioned it many times before, the magic number this year has been 4. If you have scored 4 runs in a game of the 28 games played so far this summer, you would have won 26 of them. All it's taken is 4 runs to win 26 of 28 games. 5 runs is enough to win every single game played.
I can't say the same about 2020.
Oh, it used to
You
be
remember that?
13-11 was the final score.
I know.
11-9, which has got its own merit, but I love the fact that the pitching has caught up to the hitting this year.
And I think the captain's learning that piece of when I pull the trigger and pull someone. And we've definitely seen some trends week to week of kind of those everyday starters starting on Friday, and then Saturday potentially someone else, and then they go back to that starter that will get probably 2 starts in a weekend on Friday and Sunday. But I feel like they've done a really good job at just that reliever and knowing who they're going to bring in when someone's in trouble, and then someone they could potentially bring in to close. And someone that stands out to me is definitely Masson out in the circle now, but Catherine Sandercock as well. Team Alexander, she's been really fun to watch as a rookie in this league, coming off of fighting for a national championship with Florida State this year against Oklahoma, the Women's College World Series.
Well, one thing we also have had almost every game is winds blowing in.
Yeah.
Unlike in years past, it seems like the majority of the game, the wind has been blowing in from center or from left. Sam Fisher pops it foul. Sam Fisher beginning her day 13th out of 60 players on the leaderboard. With a good performance this afternoon, she could jump into the top 10. That means something.
And I don't think you can talk enough about what happens when you win games and win innings. Obviously, you can have individual success and do well, but when you take a look at players like Sam Fisher, 328 points so far this weekend, Jordan Roberts, 370, Georgina Korek, who threw a 2-hitter yesterday, 408 points over the course of this weekend. Obviously, they're having great performances at the plate and in the pitch, in the circle, but to me, it's when they win those innings and they win games where they can accumulate big totals, and that's why you're seeing a lot of these Team Denham players with pretty crazy numbers when you look at them. Rachel Garcia, 322 points over the course of this weekend heading into today. Sam Fisher battling, going on the 8th pitch of this at-bat, and this is what it's all about. It's making a pitcher have to go and communicate with the catcher, Mia Davidson, behind the plate and talk shop about how they feel like they can beat you and trying to get in the pitcher's head.
3 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff batter here in the 2nd inning. Little flipper coming on, making the play, Sydney McKinney. How do you do? That was a hard play with the wind batting it down and away from McKinney.
And the sun is out, the wind is blowing. She has a slight hesitation, but has her own back all day to come up and make the big grab.
I think it's a triple if it gets away from McKinney.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe an inside the park home run. So 1 down. Next in line is Gwen Svekis. She's got a chance for history today. Currently on the outside looking in of the top 4. Began her day 6th on the leaderboard. But with a big afternoon, she could find herself as a medalist. Svekis so far this weekend is 2 for 6 with a homer. She's got 2 homers on the season. She has done a magnificent job of getting everything her pitchers have been able to get. Calls a great game. Makes the pitcher feel super comfortable.
There's times when I feel like catchers that step in to the batter's box have a little bit more of an advantage just because they catch so many different pitchers. They know these tendencies that the pitchers like to go to because they've got to catch them potentially over the course of this 5 weeks. A little bit of a chess match for these pitchers going up against catchers. They know that have been locked in behind the plate to help them, and now they have to compete against them with a bat on their shoulder.
Ball 4. Gwen Svekis works the walk. That's a +8. With that walk, Gwen Svekis has just moved up the leaderboard. Aaliyah Andrews in the rearview mirror. So Gwen's now 5th, 50 points away from a top 4 spot held by Rachel Garcia.
Hey, you better bring this energy all day, because I need more of this. Haven't seen someone get this excited over the leaderboard in a bit.
Well, folks, it's not just immortality. You know, we're going to remember the top 4 finishers for the next 100 years, but it's also paycheck, too. One of the ways you get paid here at Athletes Unlimited corresponds directly to your finish on the leaderboard. Here's Jordan Roberts. She has been a monster in week 5s in years past. Woo! Look at that, Lily Piper. Piper picked it. That was a smash one hopper into the third base dugout, and good old number 47 said, I got it.
That was the coolest thing I think I've seen.
I love the fact we got microphones everywhere. The coolest thing ever. Four for 7 for Roberts. 2 hits on Friday, 2 hits yesterday, after having 1 hit to the first 4 weeks of action. Smoked, but right in the tracks of Jasmine Jackson. Svekis has to retreat to first. 2 down.
Number 51, Jacobson.
Here's Caroline Jacobson. Jacobson 2 for 6 on the weekend with a double. She's 20th out of 60 players on the leaderboard. Jacobson is the 2nd highest rookie currently on the leaderboard. You got Kat Sandercock, who is 18th on the leaderboard. Svekis, the runner, on at first.
Straight heat by Masson, 68 on the outer half. Good spot. Solid corner. I go right back to that at a 1-2 count.
Our second game today, Team Gibson, Team Alexander. That'll feature Odyssey Alexander, number 1 on the leaderboard. Danielle Gibson, number 3 on the leaderboard. Rachel Garcia is also on Team Gibson. She's 4th on the leaderboard, at least she was, until she was, well, she still is. Gwen Svekis nipping at her heels. But that's going to be super interesting to see what Odyssey Alexander chooses to do as the captain. We're going to differ probably all day long. If you play yourself as a pitcher, you can go backwards. And I'm always afraid of that.
No.
You are always, as an athlete, like, I want as many points as I can get.
But I told you that I wouldn't start myself if I were her. I said that to you. I would rather come in as a potential middle reliever, close the game, and give myself 9 outs opposed to 21. I feel like there's a fun adrenaline to coming into a situation, especially knowing that where you're at on the leaderboard. And she's going to know a good chunk of information post-game with this too, right? So I think that's something to take into account as well. Where's Denham at after this game? Where are some of these other players?
Down the right field line, foul. Caroline Jacobson bucking for extra bases. I think it's so interesting. As an athlete, you call it fun adrenaline. Everyone else in the world calls it nerves.
But there's a different mindset between being a starter and a middle reliever and a closer. Like, the pressure and the adrenaline's already supplied for you. You don't have to, like, create that swagger yourself when you go into games because it's already there. The game's been going on.
Oh, my goodness. Got her on the hand or the bat. No, the bat. That's a foul ball. Tough break for Jacobson.
like we've seen more foul balls off the knob this season than ever.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Jacobson.
I gotta go back with the heater away. I gotta go with that curveball. When Masson can spin that at 69 miles an hour, that is a really tough pitch. I know Jacobson went to right and it was just foul, but I think she could try to sneak something away.
Too far outside.
Yeah.
Well, that changes the dynamic here with Svekis on at first. Gwen might as well run. There are 2 outs, 3 balls, 2 strikes. She'll leave with the pitch. A gapper should be able to plate her. Ball 4. Second walk of the inning allowed by Masson.
It's a really good at bat by Jacobson. Like that Masson's wanting to paint corners on the inner half. I think she had to bring this a little bit more over the river. Already a good chunk of pitches though, thrown 43 so far here.
Well, the way that softball works, you get runners on at first and at second. You got Aubrey Leach, who has not driven in a run all season long at the plate. Last game of the year for her. Just saying.
Manifester.
Interesting. Shows bunt went too far. 0-2. Leach currently is 26th on the leaderboard. The person she's ahead of is Mariah Masson. Leach leads Masson by 20 points. That's what this inning is worth. This is a rollover inning after a scoreless first inning. Svekis, the runner on at second. Jacobson follows her at first.
That's a good pitch. Solid lights by Aubrey Leach. I go back to that exact same spot and challenge her. I bring it up maybe half an inch. See if I can get her to roll over to the right side.
Will this do it? It will! Leach drives in the first run of her season. Svekis scores, and it's a 1-0 lead. Team Denham scores first. Yeah, it took 15 games, but Aubrey Leach finally gets herself an RBI.
Man, I gotta go back in. I don't know why Masson goes away here. Aubrey Leach does such a good job of just being able to barrel this up. She's strong through the zone, hits it right back, kind of up the middle. I would have went back inside. I would have challenged her, try to hit it to right field. We've seen Masson get some solid strikeouts on the inner half to lefties, and it's almost a bread and butter pitch to her.
They scored that a double, so it's a +20 for Aubrey Leach. And now, the best hitter in the league, batting average-wise, Amanda Lorenz steps in. Amanda popped out to second her first time up. She needs 3 consecutive hits if she wants a 500 batting average on the year. She's now 20 for 43 on the season. She needs to get to 23 for 46 if she wants to be a 500 batter, which is way beyond ambitious. That is just an unfathomable number. Not only does Lorenz have 20 hits through 14 games, she's also drawn 11 walks. That's 31 times she's been aboard with a hit or a walk through the first 14 games. Good God.
Yes, Amanda, with you.
Club down the right field line. This will score a pair. Look at Lorenz go. Flying into second. A 2-run double. What an exceptional hitter. 3-0 Team Denham.
I mean, wow. This is 69 down and in, and she just, such quick hands, turns on this pitch right past Vidalis. Really good job by McKinney to stop that. That's a triple for Amanda Lorenz. Potentially an inside the Parker.
Love it. Always bring in the juice. Amanda Lorenz with that 2-run double now moves up to 18th on the leaderboard. And now 21 hits. Second highest total in the history of AU softball. Most Jessie Warren. She had 26 back in the inaugural year. That was the year of offense, 2020.
Yes, it was.
Unless you were batting against Kat Osterman. Here's Haley McClenny. McClenny popped out to second, first time up. McClenny began the day with her uniform number. 28th on the leaderboard. Remember, this inning is worth 20 points for everyone on Team Denham. They're going to need to hold Team Flippin down in the bottom of the second. And for Team Flippin, this has got to feel like they're down at the base of a mountain looking up. They haven't scored a run so far this weekend. They've been outscored 8-0 and 4-0 in their first two games, and now going against the hottest pitcher in our game, in Alyssa Denham, already trailing 3-0. Another base hit, McClenny. That'll score Lorenz. McClenny on her way to second, and she'll make it standing. Very similar to the hit by Aubrey Leach. 4-0 lead, Team Denham.
And hitting is contagious, that's for sure. You've just seen a whole bunch of back-to-back hits, especially second time through the lineup for Amanda Lorenz and Haley McClenny, locked in. Make those adjustments off of Masson, and they are going to make a pitching change, and I think this is the right move. Like you said, kind of at the bottom of the mountain looking up, it's gonna be a tough fight against a player like Denham, but you have no choice when you have this much ball game left and a lot of points on the line.
So Masson is going to be lifted. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back to Rosemont, Illinois. It's already a 4-0 lead, Team Denham over Team Flippin. Welcome back, everyone. A 4-run explosion for Team Denham here in the top of the second inning. Mariah Masson is out. Micah Sutherland is in.
This is a smart change. Stuff getting away from Team Flippin a little bit, making the change second time through, bringing in Sutherland. It's more so about coming in and just being damage control, understanding the situation. There's 2 outs on the board. I just need to go execute, throw strikes, try to get my team back in the dugout.
It's a really important situation right here for Sutherland. Rookie, getting a chance to play. Hadn't pitched a lot, but she clearly wants to go in the offseason feeling good about herself. Coming back next year knowing that she can get consistent outs. This is her chance. All of this happening with 2 outs. Remember the walk to Svekis, the walk to Caroline Jacobson. And then 3 consecutive doubles. Leach, Lorenz, and McClenny. Popped up, should end the inning. The captain Flippin makes the call and makes the catch. Side retired, but 8 Team Denham batters come to the plate and 4 of them score. Team Denham trying to win this second inning. It's a rollover inning, so it's going to be a +20 if they could hold off Team Flippin. Tonight we'll be at Oracle Park for our Sunday Night Baseball matchup, the series finale between the NL East leading Braves, who happen to have the best record in all of baseball, and the San Francisco Giants, who are battling for a wild card spot. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Radio. Our coverage begins at 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific, with baseball tonight. Sunday Night Countdown. Michael K. and A-Rod will have their K-Rod presentation on ESPN2. Here's TV Tori Vidalis. Tori Vidalis, followed by Delaney Wiz, Sydney McKinney, batting against Alyssa Denham. Vidalis was 0 for 5 so far this weekend until her last at bat yesterday in the 7th inning when she had a line drive base hit. She was actually in scoring position when Delaney Wiz hit the ball to center field that somehow Aaliyah Andrews made the catch on. Like one of the best catches we've seen any level of softball ever.
I feel like when you see those types of plays like on TV or you see them on social media, you're like, oh, wow, they're so good. But when you see them in person, it kind of blows your mind, the athleticism of some of these athletes, especially when you think about some of these outies that play here. Obviously, Aaliyah Andrews, but we've seen Haley McClenny step up and make some phenomenal plays. We've seen Victoria Hayward lay out, Bubba Nichols.
Sydney McKinney earlier today.
Amanda Lorenz. I mean, infield will hurt you, but outfield will kill you. And that's the motto, and that's what they say all the time. And you can get away with it when you're younger, like, oh, just throw them in the outfield. But at this level and in college, your outfield is your biggest ally. You need them to step up and make some big-time plays.
Fisted foul. Let's check in with Savannah Collins. Savannah, what's going on?
Thanks, Eric. We're going to talk about what a perfect day for Alyssa Denham would look like on the leaderboard and what it would take to go from number 2 to number 1. So the first thing she has to do is win. Let's say she wins every single inning and wins the game for a sweep That's 120 points possible in a situation like that. Then we know about MVP. She has an electric day. She's the reason that her team wins. Could be 60, could be 40, could be 20. We don't really know until the end of the game for this category. But if she's on fire, throws a complete game, no earned runs, the possible she could have, so you have the 7 innings, 3 outs, 4 points per out, that's 84. So the perfect number that she could have on the best day possible is 264. That's enough to close this gap with Odyssey Alexander. She's behind going into today by 150 points. But realistically, let's talk about what Alyssa Denham has been doing for the past couple weeks. So her last 4 outings, she's thrown about 4 to 5 innings, not really giving up any runs lately, and that's about 48 to 60 stat points. But you combine maybe MVP, getting a big win today, and that's enough. But of course, we're gonna see what Odyssey Alexander does in the second game.
Professor Collins, man, she's good.
I know, it's great.
I give her 60 MVP points for that performance. Good job, Savannah, thank you. Foul territory. Oh, Aubrey Leach can't make the play. Wind may have been a factor, but life for Delaney Wiz.
This is a play majority of the time Aubrey Leach is going to make. Looking up at the sun a while.
It's actually going to be an interesting ruling by the official score. They could call that an error, which would really help out Alyssa Denham if anything went left of the dial. Yeah, that is going to be an error on Aubrey Leach. She'll own it, I'm sure. What that means is there are now actually technically 2 outs in the inning for Alyssa Denham.
Yep.
All about the earned runs for Denham. You get an earned run as a pitcher, you lose 10 points. Right back to Denham. 2 down. Leaderboard is so important every single day with Athletes Unlimited Softball, and today's our final day. So after the action, it's going to be set in stone. Alyssa Denham currently 1,778 points. That factors in the outs that she's been able to get as a pitcher. If everything goes her way, everything, if her team wins every inning, if she's MVP 1, if she pitches 7 shutout innings, like Savannah said, 264 points, that would put her 114 points ahead of Odyssey Alexander, who has to play a game tonight.
Wouldn't that be something?
Oh, then Odyssey's got to make some serious decisions. She can't just rely on managing from the dugout. She needs to pitch because she'll be behind, and that, of course, brings in the possibility of her pitching and giving up earned runs and going backwards.
And yeah, a little bit of a pressure cooker. That's why I'm pretty happy to be up here getting to watch to see how it all goes down. That's what makes the last day the best day. So many people are clawing up that leaderboard and creating havoc, making it extremely difficult. And at times in the past, I feel like we've kind of really known that solidified leader who's going to win on Championship Sunday. But in this case, a lot of different things can happen, and it's going to be interesting to see. Rachel Garcia is going to get to play later. Not sure if she's going to pitch or not, but another young woman that did not start out in the top 5 heading into week 5, and there she is, number 4 right now on the leaderboard.
0-2 to Sydney McKinney. Denham doesn't have a strikeout so far in our ball game. It's not unusual. Pitches to contact. Kind of a cool thing about Alyssa Denham. If Alyssa Denham finishes in the top 4, right now she's number 2, she would be the first player to ever finish in the top 4 as a medalist ever in separate seasons.
Wow.
In 2020, 21, and 22, in total, 3 seasons, top 4 medalists. Not once has a name been
Repeated.
Medalists in 2020 was Osterman, Warren, Hayward, and Bianca Stelly.
It's a really good pitch in the inner half. She wanted that. I wanted that for her.
2-2. On the ground softly, no one's at first. Leach got there in time. Aubrey Leach saves the day like she was shot out of a cannon. I didn't think she was going to get there in time. It is an inning win for everyone on Team Denham, a +20 across the board.
So good defense. Stewart Hunter throws it. The trust is there with Leach. She stops it. This could have went bad. This gets by you. This is a triple in the books. Defense on point.
Hello. Hi. What's your name?
Izzy.
What is it?
Izzy.
Izzy? I'm Sydney.
Hi.
Your hair is very curly and I love it. Very cute. Are you excited for the games?
Yeah.
Don't hit me.
No conscious. Where you want it?
Right down the middle, preferably. Oh. Anywhere but the calf.
I can't control what she does, homie.
Sydney Romero's been hit with a pitch 6 times in 14 games this year. And pleading not to be hit a 7th time.
Did you see the bruise from the cat?
I've not seen it.
Wow, I'm going to have to show you later. It was her whole entire, from the knee down was purple.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. Gamer hasn't missed a game so far this year. Tougher than a tortoise's toenails. All right, 3rd inning, Micah Sutherland stays in the game. She came out of the pen to retire Kelsey Stewart Hunter and end the 2nd inning, but 4 runs scored for Team Denham in that 2nd inning. All 4 runs earned, -40 for Mariah Massoud, and Sydney Romero's doinked. The 7th time this year she's been hit with a pitch that is 8 points the hard way. The 55th U.S. Open begins tomorrow with 11 straight hours of coverage on ESPN starting at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. ESPN Deportes coverage begins at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. And as always, you can watch every point live on the ESPN app. Well, all it takes is a bruise, and Sydney Romero has leapfrogged her teammate, Kelsey Stewart Hunter, on the leaderboard. Sydney Romero is now 2 points ahead of Kelsey Stewart Hunter. 9th on the leaderboard. Stewart Hunter falls to 10th. Since being hit with a pitch is worth 8 points. You've been hit 7 times. 56 points that
The
Sydney
painful
Romero's
way.
picked up on the year.
I think I'll pass
That's
on
like a
that.
home run and a double. Sam Fisher.
And there's 3 ways that you're able to earn points in this league. And the biggest one, the most important one, are those win points. You get 50 points for winning a game, 10 points for winning every single inning as a squad. So potentially 70 on the line. Those MVP points that these women vote on post-game, 60 for MVP 1, 40 MVP 2, and then 20 MVP 3. And then those individual stat points. So what you do when you set foot in the box can help benefit you with your points as well. You get a double, that's 20, sack bunt plus 10, hit by pitch plus 8, as Eric said with Sid the Kid. And pitchers have the ability to go backwards, which can hurt them, plus 4 for every single out recorded, strikeout, ground out, fly out, minus 10 every earned run.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Sam Fisher.
And that's the 3 ways to earn those points, to see yourself moving up that leaderboard that we continue to show you probably a lot more today than any other day, because it's the last day, it's close race. A lot of movement going on today, a lot on the line.
Well, it's been a perfect first 2 innings for Alyssa Denham. Everything that she needed to have happen has happened. Denham's recorded 6 outs, 24 points. Her team leads 4-0. They won the first 2 innings, plus 20 there. She is now within 106 points of Odyssey Alexander for the top spot on the leaderboard. Sam Fisher gets a base hit. Runners at first and at second, nobody out.
Number 21,
Pitch on the outer half, and Hannah Flippin was actually cheating a little bit towards second base. I think if she was in the regular position, this is potentially something that she could catch, but I think Sid the Kid on first was stealing second, which kind of took Hannah Flippin a little bit towards second base.
Well, Micah Sutherland is going to be lifted. The runners on at first and at second are her responsibility. She's going to give way to the flamethrower, Megan Romero. Third pitcher of the ball game for Team Flippin, Megan Romero, comes out of the pen. Romero 3 up and 3 down. A lot of strikeouts, 42 of them, and 48 2/3 innings of work so far this year.
And I'll just say this because it's my job, but I was actually a little surprised she didn't start. Not that Masson isn't great, but the trend this season has been more of Masson kind of coming into the game in the 3rd or the 4th inning and then being able to close the door. We don't really see that as much from Megan Romero. We've seen her start a lot more games and kind of be that Friday, Sunday solidified ace a little bit more.
Svekis lays down a bunt, and she's going to get rewarded for it. Successful sacrifice is plus 10, and both Fisher and Romero move up an extra base. So 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. If you'd like to rep Athletes Unlimited with your very own gear, be sure to check out the new AU softball merchandise for the season, including personalized player tees. Go to shop.auprosports.com to get yours today. Well, with 2 runners in scoring position, the infield has to come in. Jordan Roberts swings at the first pitch. He's going to stay in the infield. Flippin the squeeze.
Hey, I thought I was going to hear it. It's a home run in a phone booth. I haven't heard that yet from you. We haven't got as much time together this year. Was waiting for it.
We still
Surprised me today, all right?
We still got another game and a half.
All right.
Here's Caroline Jacobson, the rookie, looking for some 2-out magic. Oh, my goodness. Not often that a foul ball goes right into the lap of a fan. That's a heck of a play.
Aww.
Did not have to move a muscle. Right in the lap. Jacobson walked and scored an inning ago. What all of this offense has done for Team Denham is it's extended the order, and it's going to mean that Amanda Lorenz is going to get 4 at-bats today. That's what she needs. Amanda Lorenz needs 2 consecutive hits, her next 2 times up, to have a 500 batting average on the year. Amanda's hitting in the leadoff spot, so she's poised to get as many ABs as possible. And her team is the visiting team, so they're guaranteed of having 7 times to the plate. No rooting in the press box, but I'm rooting for Amanda Lorenz.
Me too. Lorenz is a stud. Very, very good. She's always, I mean, Florida Gator through and through. One of the best to ever play and wear that uniform.
High pop out of play. We'll do it again.
The one young lady had a glove on. She went for it, and then one of the dads used his hands. I mean, gotta let the kid try to catch it.
Two balls and 2 strikes. Oh, well foul. We get an exit velocity on that, Danielle?
87.
Jeez. Waffle.
280 feet to the left side, long strike.
Right size, wrong shape. Runners on at second and third, 2 outs. 2-2 pitch from Faremo. Got her. Megan Faremo comes out of the pen, retires Svekis, Roberts, and Jacobson. 4-0 lead for Team Denham.
grand slam for Hannah Flippin.
When I am my best as a softball player, I'm having fun and smiling, not really thinking the game much, but also playing with intention and focusing on a goal. For example, if I'm up to bat, I'm just trying to focus on having good timing, and when I'm able to do that, I'm successful. So rather than thinking about the big picture, focus on little small things, culminate into a successful season.
I like that. Hannah Flippin, so far this season, 10 games won. That's nice. It's one of the big reasons why she has been up that leaderboard. Currently 8th on the leaderboard. MVP points, 100 of them. Most of them came last week in week 4 when she had a couple homers, including a grand slam. Hannah Flippin, she's from a beautiful spot in the world, Bonita, California. San Diego way. She'll hit third here in our third inning. Lily Piper leads things off. Right back to Denham off of her shin. That'll be a base hit for Piper. Plus 10 for Lily Piper. Second base hit allowed by Denham.
This is a 64-mile-an-hour pitch. Just kind of gets her on the side of the shin, but 77 miles an hour off the bat of Lily Piper right back up the middle. Looks like Denham is okay.
First time today that the leadoff batter has been aboard against Denham. Jasmine Jackson, the batter. Remember, Team Flippin has not scored a run so far this weekend. Touched foul. They were shut out 8-0 against Team Gibson on Friday. Shut out yesterday, 4-0 loss against Team Alexander. This part of the order, Jackson thinking small ball. Just making sure that Piper's paying attention. Team Denham didn't score top of the third inning, so this could be 10 points if Team Flippin scores. And Denham continues to miss outside. 3-1. Got to throw a strike here.
This is kind of where Alyssa Denham really just has to trust the defense. It's what she's done all year long. Definitely has great movement to strike hitters out, but isn't your typical strikeout 10 in a game type pitcher. She really uses her defense accordingly. A lot of trust behind them.
Right side. It won't be scored a sacrifice, but it does the exact same thing you'd want. It advances Piper into scoring position with 1 out. Athletes Unlimited and Topps have unveiled the first ever set of player trading cards that feature all 4 Athlete Unlimited sports combined in one set. 200-card set features 185 athletes from the 2022 seasons, and it's available at Target, Barnes & Noble, hobby shops, and through Topps.com and Fanatics.com. They're everywhere, so get your set today. Important situation for the captain, Hannah Flippin.
And that's just why I'm a fan of her moving herself to that leadoff spot, trying to give herself an opportunity to earn some more points and get as many ups as she can from the leadoff spot. Had put herself down in the 5 spot earlier in Friday's game and Saturday, so I like that she's saying, hey, I'm the captain, I get to make these decisions, and I'm going to lead us off.
Hit a rocket her first time up. Into the gap in right center. Was run down by McClenny. Two-time Pac-12 Player of the Year. Junior and senior year at Utah. Club foul. And is now 28 years of age. Half swing, may score a run. Piper got a real late jump. Real late jump, and it's going to cost her. She has to stay on at third. And Flippin better be careful. First base hit of the weekend for Hannah Flippin. Runners on at the corners now.
I thought for sure this was going to score a run. Such a good job. She just pokes her bat out. This is almost in the other batter's box. Just pokes it straight to right field. I don't know if Piper thought, oh, maybe is it going to be catch or caught, excuse me, but not the best read by Lily Piper.
This is the first time all weekend long that Team Flippin has 2 hits in an inning. They've got to capitalize. They have not scored a run so far through the first 16 innings of the weekend. Runners on at first and at third, and Victoria Hayward is the batter. Vic singled her last time up. Denham can't afford to be losing innings. You can't afford to be giving up earned runs. This is going to be pivotal. Infield in at the corners. And there goes Flippin. She steals second base easily. Plus 10 for the stolen base. So that takes away the threat of a double play. Oh my.
I like the location of these pitches. If you're not getting them, though, have to make an adjustment, go a little bit back closer towards the plate. Saw Haley Wagner, the lefty, warming up for Team Denham.
There's no way she's pitching around Hayward, right, with the base open at first?
I don't think so.
I don't think you want to load the bases to get to
For
Mia
me,
Davidson.
no, you don't.
Yeah. Whew. This is a pickle for Denham. Good pitch. Denham currently second on the leaderboard, but potentially 2 earned runs going to go against her if Piper and Flippin score. 3-2. Right back to Denham. Oh, and they got Piper caught. It takes a while to get Piper out, and so that's going to allow Hayward to go to second. There are now 2 outs. So Piper made the best of a bad situation.
Number 46, Davidson.
Wow, that's a big second out.
It's a really good job by Alyssa Denham not to panic. She goes and she starts to push Piper back. And then they just find a way. Svekis kind of makes her pay. Hits her pretty hard there, but not super stoked with the base running here from Lily Piper this inning. Kind of hurt herself at second base on that hit from Hannah Flippin to right, and she has the best view in the house from third base with that ball going straight to Denham, so she should have stayed a little bit more back towards the base. Heads up play by Alyssa Denham. Like I said, some pitchers under pressure when they have to go and try to get a base runner in a rundown situation can panic. She did not do that whatsoever. She just executed her job. Got 2 outs on the board.
Well, because it took long enough to get Piper out in the rundown, it allows Hayward to go to second. So once again, a single could score 2, and it would be 2 earned runs against Denham. But she controls her own fate. 1-1 pitch. Oh my goodness, deja vu. That is now the 9th time this year that Mia Davidson has been doinked. 9 times in 15 games she's been hit with a pitch.
Well, and it's not like she's standing on top of the plate. She's off the plate a little bit. She definitely has had to wear more hit by pitches than anyone in this league.
Here's Kelsey Harshman. Harshman's been a line drive waiting to happen all season long. Super steady. Hit the ball right on the screws her first time up against Denham, but it was at the third baseman, Fisher. Anything scores a run here. Wild pitch, pass ball, error. Denham can't afford the earned run against her. She's currently second on the leaderboard. Odyssey Alexander, 98 points ahead. Quality pitch. Down the left field line, foul. Ball and 2 strikes. Little number. Denham, the play's right in front of her, and she gets out of it. Oh, that may have just saved the possibility of coming in first for Alyssa Denham. She walked through the fire and didn't get burned. Well, everyone's talking about it. The buzz is about Air Aaliyah and what she did to end yesterday's game.
Yeah, this was probably one of the best catches that I've ever seen in person. So much has to go right in that situation. I thought this was going to be a no-doubter. Just a dagger to Odyssey in that moment, but how quickly it changed and the excitement, everyone running out to Aaliyah. I mean, this game tonight at 6 o'clock Eastern on ESPNU between these two is going to be a doozy. Really looking forward to getting to watch it.
Yeah, Leah Andrews is currently 6th on the leaderboard. Danielle Gibson is 3rd on the leaderboard. And the top dog, Odyssey Alexander. So that's going to decide everything. And you can watch it ESPNU, 6 o'clock Eastern time tonight. Megan Faramo. This will be her first full inning of work. She came on with runners on at first and at second and nobody out an inning ago, and then retired Svekis, Roberts, and Jacobson. But the cow already out of the barn. It's a 4-0 lead for Team Denham as we play the 4th inning. Aubrey Leach. Doubled in a run her first time up. That was against Mariah Masson. Batting second this inning, Amanda Lorenz. dreaming of a 500 batting average. Things could change on the leaderboard with this at bat. There's Amanda Lorenz. You got Aubrey Leach, 24th on the leaderboard. Batting against Megan Faremo, 23rd on the leaderboard, 30 points ahead of her. So a triple by Leach, and they're tied at a Michael Jordan, tied at 23. You know Michael Jordan used to wear number 23, Daniel, right?
Yeah, if he's watching the game, MJ, I'd love an autograph. I'm trying to get Eric to get me one for a while now, and he hasn't. So
Mike, you don't need to.
if
It's
he's
all right.
tuning in,
No, Mike, you're
watching
fine.
a little Athletes Unlimited on E2, I'm your biggest fan.
2 balls and a strike to Leach. That double by Leach in the second inning drove in the only run this year that she's driven in. Comes in her 15th and final game. Faremo thought that was a strike. What's been the best pitch for Megan Faremo so far this year?
She's really thrown her off speed more than I've ever seen her in college. And I think that's been the difference maker for her.
Off the end of the bat, and it slices foul.
She obviously can go side to side really well. She has that whipping curve ball that she can throw at 69 to 70 miles an hour. You know she can go upstairs, but it was, I think, gaining more trust in that pitch because she didn't have a choice but to throw it or continue to get hit, right? When you're facing these types of hitters, if you can't change speeds, it makes it very challenging to go more than one time through a lineup. So she's really spot on with that. And the Bulldog mentality, I think she's been just nails, and the emotional player that she is one of my favorite things.
So the walk is issued to Leach. Leadoff batter aboard. Get yourself into the game by joining the Unlimited Club. Vote on game MVPs, enjoy exclusive events, contribute 10% to the player bonus pool, and more for just $20 a year. Sign up now at auprosports.com/membership. All right, so Amanda Lorenz will bat. Lorenz, 44 official at-bats on the year, 21 hits. She needs to get to 23 for 46. So in this at-bat and her next at-bat, she needs hits, and that would have her a 500 batting average. Not going to be easy, but there's a hit. Oh, she's one away from 500. Aubrey Leach trips on second base. Looks like she's okay. Runners on at first and at second, and Amanda's worried about her buddy. Leach took a big-time header at second.
She's so good at being able to hit that pitch on the outer half. Just so much power to the left side. I mean, 77 miles an hour off the bat. Glad Aubrey Leach is okay.
Amanda Lorenz is now 22 for 45 on the year. McClenny pops up the first pitch. That'd be a home run in a phone booth, but it's an out in real life. Hannah Flippin makes the play. One down.
Well done. Proper play, proper play.
That's a big out for Faremo. I'm kind of surprised that McClenny didn't think about a bunt. Here's Kelsey Stewart-Hunter. Right back through the box. No! Look at Harshman. Best defensive play of her season. 2 down. Great play by Kelsey Harshman.
This is so money. This is a real hot shot up the middle. She lays out, touches the bag. Thinks, hey, do I have enough time to be able to get Stewart-Hunter? But really good defensive play.
No one enjoys playing the game of softball more than Kelsey Harshman. She's probably thrilled this time right now. She can just beam a little bit more and talk about it. Can you guys believe I made that play?
No, that's not her. She's probably cracking a joke. She's by far one of the funniest teammates that I have gotten the chance to play with.
I love watching her play. All right, so Sydney Romero is the batter. Hit with a pitch for the 7th time this year, her last time up. Runners on at first and at third. This is a rollover inning, so it's worth 20 points. Called strike 1 to Romero. Club deep to left field. Will the wind keep it in the park? It stays in, but gets away. 2 runs will score. Romero over to third. A triple for Romero, plates a pair. 6-0 lead, Team Denham.
52, Sam Fisher.
And this is a rise ball from Megan Framo that Sydney Romero elevates. This has a lot of hang time. You see Jackson tracking it in left, but I'm not sure if she was just unaware that the wall was right there with the sun. Just was not able to get that. That one hurts.
The rarest play in Athletes Unlimited softball, the triple. That's just the 5th triple we have had this season. This is game number 29. Sam Fisher, the batter. 1 for 2 for Sam. Yeah, it's super early, not even halfway through, but everything that is needed to happen for Alyssa Denham to dream about coming in the top spot has happened.
Dude, honestly,
3 shutout innings. Her team, a great chance to win the first 4 innings and a great chance to win the entire game. Catch made by Flippin, and the side is retired, but 2 more runs score on the triple by Sydney Romero. We've made it to the bottom of the 4th inning, halfway home here. Team Denham a 6-0 lead. The most recent 2 runs coming on the triple by Sydney Romero, who just keeps on keeping on. She has been a fantastic player this year. 2019 Big 12 Player of the Year while playing for Patty Gasso out in Norman, Oklahoma. Current assistant coach out in Oregon. And she's wearing a microphone, one of the most interesting, dynamic personalities in our game. Sydney Romero joins us now. Sydney, can you hear us? How you doing?
Yes, I'm good. How are you doing?
Hey, we were listening into your conversation with the catcher Mia Davidson a couple innings ago when you said, please don't let me get hit. And you got hit again. You've now been hit with a pitch 7 times this year.
We have this like ongoing joke every time I see her up at the plate, like, I'm gonna hit you this at bat because we both get hit. So she told me that before that at bat, and then I actually got hit. So, and then she got hit.
Is there one time you've been hit this year that's hurt more than anything else, or are they all the same?
Rachel Garcia in the calf. That's still bruised. That one hurt. Like, my whole career, nothing has ever hurt more than that.
I was telling Eric that actually, because he was talking about your hit by pitches and Mia Davidson, and I was like, you wouldn't believe the bruise that she got from Rachel Garcia. So I'm gonna have to get a photo of that so I can show him.
Yeah, that one definitely was the worst one. Sit up, sit. Yell each.
Take me through what it's been like playing on Team Denham. I mean, this team has been flowing right from the jump, coming out on Friday. It just looks like a team that's having a lot of fun, but anything that kind of stands out for you over the course of this weekend?
Yeah, I think the cool part about Alyssa is she's a pitcher, and we know she's not going to pitch every game, so being able to play for her and for her to watch us do the thing on the field for her, I think it's the coolest part because she has no other control other than pitching in the game. So it's really cool to see her lean on all of us and really show her true belief in us. And I think this team has done a really great job of buying in and being able to fully invest in one another.
When I was going to ask, just talk to me a little bit more about Alyssa Denham in the sense where kind of a deja vu situation for her last season in what she did week 4, getting to put herself in that captain's position for week 5, but a different type of pressure going into week 5 when you want to be a medalist, right? So have you been able to tell? Is anything different for her? Does she seem like she feels any pressure? What do you think with that?
She feels zero pressure. At least that's what it looks like, and that's what she says. And I think that's like the best part is she's already told us that she is fully invested. Yeah, Carol! That she's fully invested in each of us. And she even said, I don't care what happens at the end of this. I want to see all of purple up on the leaderboard. Yeah, bud. So I think that was the coolest part with her. Sam, I'm with you.
Sydney, we've kind of lived your life over the last 5 weeks, loved watching you play. What's next? Season ends today. Where will you be in the coming days, coming weeks?
I am driving to Eugene, Oregon tomorrow to start my job with Oregon softball, and I am so excited to get with them and move into my new home and just be settled in. So that's where I'm headed.
Are you going to chug a bunch of energy drinks and do it in one day, or how many days is it going to take?
Oh, I'm taking like 3 days and then make a pit stop to see my little sister in Boise.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Liz, keep going.
Have you talked to her about moving into the dorms and stuff? I saw your mom was posting some cool things about it. Kind of emotional when you think about your last kiddo, like going away to school. But have you talked to your mom and checked in with how she's doing with all of it too?
I have. Yeah, Liz. My mom is a very sensitive gal, and I love her to death. So knowing that Sophia was the last one to go to college, it made me sad for her, and she loves her children, so she's the best. And with Sophie there, I've been like texting her. Come on, go, go! Yes!
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God!
So good.
Amanda Lorenz.
Guys, that was great.
Sydney, thank you so much. You've had a great season. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you. Amanda!
No big deal, Amanda Lorenz putting it all out there for Team Denham. You love to see it.
Top of the 5th inning. The first 4 innings have been won by Team Denham. They're lapping the field right now. 6-0 is their lead. Tonight we'll be at Oracle Park for our Sunday Night Baseball matchup, the series finale between the NL East leading Braves, who happen to have the best record in all of baseball. They're going to take on the San Francisco Giants, who are battling for a wild card spot. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and ESPN Radio. Our coverage begins at 5:30 Eastern with baseball tonight. Sunday Night Countdown. Michael K. and A-Rod will have their K-Rod presentation on ESPN2. Athletes Unlimited Softball Season 4 culminating this afternoon here in Chicago. Gwen Svekis currently tied for 4th place on the leaderboard. Tied with Rachel Garcia. It's big time company. 1,598 points as we speak. Svekis has perennially been one of the best players and most effective players here with Athletes Unlimited, but she has never medaled. She's never been in the top 4 in the first 3 years of Athletes Unlimited Softball. Currently 4th. Home run in a phone booth. Hannah Flippin calls for it. And the out is recorded. That is the 3rd pop-up in the last 5 batters that Hannah Flippin has made a play on. All right, we're going to have a chair chat now with the league's leading hitter. Not only the best hitter this year, but the player who plays with probably the most joy of anyone in our league, Amanda Lorenz. What's going on, Amanda?
Hey, just having some fun. It's our last day. It's a beautiful day, and I'm having so much fun with my squad.
You just made an incredible catch. You've already got 2 hits today. A double in the gap, scoring a pair, or making a diving catch. What do you prefer?
Oh, God, I love hitting an opposite field double, but honestly, the diving catches don't come very often, so that's pretty cool, too. I've been joking around with my friends. I've been 0 for 5. I've dove a lot this year and have not come up with one, so now I'm 1 for 6, and I swear I'm not diving just because it looks good. I'm actually trying to catch it, so I'm glad I finally got one.
Amanda, playing with Team Denham, I know we just talked to Sydney Romero this last inning, but just about what this team has been over the course of the last 2 games, Friday, Saturday, it looks like you guys have so much fun together and a lot of energy, so much cool stuff going on. But talk a little bit about the squad.
Yeah, I mean, earlier this week we talked a lot about being present and having fun in the last week, but much easier to say that and a lot harder to actually do it. And we've done it from pitch 1. Friday night, like, we came out really free and just having a lot of fun. It's been so much fun to feel like I'm in the box with so many other athletes. Like, I don't feel alone. I feel like we're all having elite communication. It feels like a really good plan for all of us that we're all buying into, and it's been a while since I felt like that. It's been so much fun.
Just curious, because the way this league works, you get a chance to hit off every pitcher. Alyssa Denham, obviously, she's on your team right now. But what makes her so effective? When you're in the box against her, what are the things you have to worry about? She
changes speeds a lot. She does a really good job of having different pitches at different speeds. So anytime a hitter is worried about a lot of different speeds, I mean, the key to getting a nice hit is being on time. So anytime you're playing around with that, it's really hard as a hitter to kind of sit one of them because she toys around with you a lot.
Talking to me a little bit about you and the ability to hit the outside part of the plate. Like, I never want to throw you in, but when I see you go to the left side, you're so strong through it. Like, if little kids that are watching, is there anything in particular that you try to do to be able to stay on plane, to just crush something to the left side?
Yeah, I think that's been like my bread and butter my whole career. I love the tee, so I think that I consistently work the outside pitch on the tee and own that pitch. And I think that if I can eliminate that and get hits and not get beat on that, then it makes it a lot easier for the other things too. So that's always been my strength, and so I've tried to keep it be my strength, because I know sometimes you can get scared a little bit to go in because of the power, but worked a lot on that. But I just want to make sure I always have my strength of being able to go opposite field.
Amanda, are you a stat rat? Do you know what your batting average is from day to day?
I do not, and you don't have to tell me.
Okay, I have no idea either. We're good. All right, Amanda, thank you so much for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure watching you perform this year. Just keep on keeping on, okay?
Thanks, you guys. Go Perp.
Yeah, one of my favorites, Amanda Lorenz. Magnificent year she is having. So far, so good. Team Denham leads Team Flippin 6-0. Welcome back, everyone. We have made it through 4.5. Team Denham flexing their muscle. They lead by a score of 6-0. A possible inning win for Team Flippin. If they just get one run, they will win the inning. 55th U.S. Open begins tomorrow with 11 straight hours of coverage on ESPN, starting at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. ESPN Deportes coverage begins at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. And as always, you can watch every point live on the ESPN app. Here is your updated leaderboard. Alyssa Denham is crawling her way closer and closer to Odyssey Alexander, but this is getting wacky. She can't afford to slip on a banana peel, folks. I don't think she can take herself out of the game. She is so close to Odyssey that she needs to keep on keeping on, and she needs to get some form of MVP points. Romero makes the play. Had to look out for second base. One pitch, one out here in the 5th inning. Alyssa Denham, if she gets 7 shutout innings, if she gets MVP 1, if she wins every inning and wins the game, she'll get 264 points since the beginning of the day, and she'll lead Odyssey by 114 points. A lot has to go right, but so far it has.
It has. I think she would still get MVP points even if she throws a 5 shutout innings. But I'm with you in the sense where she needs the points because you want to give yourself the best shot.
You can do whatever you want with your vote. If you're in that purple dugout, Team Alyssa or Team Denham, even if she doesn't pitch great, they love her as a captain. Can they vote her for MVP 1?
100%.
Even if she
throws shutout innings?
Okay.
I mean, there's donuts up there on the board. They're 40 points for winning innings. She's definitely been a good captain in that sense. And I think she's a part of a team where there's a good amount of trust by all these women where they're also being heard. And it's not just, hey, I'm the captain, this is what I'm going to do. She has some of the most experienced players in the game on her team that really kind of get to help her a little bit too.
All right, how about this? If she gets the next 2 outs and doesn't pitch again, if her team wins, she will have tied Odyssey Alexander. So if she gets the next 2 outs, it's going to be a +8. That's going to get her to 1,858 points on the year. If she doesn't pitch again and her team does not win another inning, winning the game will be a +50, and she would go into the 30th and final game of the year on a dead heat with Odyssey Alexander. And that's before MVP votes. Oh my goodness, Alyssa Denham. She has been nails. That's the first strikeout for Denham. 2 out.
And she's just painting corners. 57 miles an hour on the outside part of the plate. Catches Jasmine Jackson off guard.
Look at the live leaderboard. That is up to date. Denham is down 54 points to Odyssey Alexander. This is the 3rd time through the order. Hannah Flippin, the 3rd look for Flippin at Denham. A home run here changes Denham's outlook 100%. It's a -10, and they lose the inning. Flippin has 20 points, a single, and a stolen base back in the 3rd. It is so rare to think of a great pitcher in the history of softball who didn't get just tons and tons of strikeouts. Kat Osterman, Monica Abbott, Danielle,
Jenny Finch, Lisa Fernandez.
Called strike 3. Talking about the lack of strikeouts, Denham strikes out back-to-back batters. Jackson and Flippin, she's got a shutout through 5 innings. She has done absolutely everything she's needed to do today.
Well, it's almost like she's just getting better. This is back-to-back backwards Ks. Bats on the shoulder for Jasmine Jackson, Hannah Flippin. Wow, Alyssa Denham, let's go. And it was in the second inning for me where Team Denham really started to lay it on. It was the at-bat by Aubrey Leach, the double, and then Amanda Lorenz continues the hot streak, and Haley McClenny, the lefties, back-to-back-to-back doubles that really just started to get that momentum twisting for Team Denham, and since then they've continued to keep the momentum going.
This season, teams that have scored 4 runs or more have won 23 of 25. Just incredible. And right now, Team Denham, they're well past that magic number. They lead 6-0. Last time they scored a run, though, was in the 4th inning. 5th inning was scoreless, so it's a rollover inning. This inning is worth 20 points for whoever wins it. Super important for a bunch of players, and particularly Alyssa Denham, Gwen Svekis. Gwen Svekis currently tied with Rachel Garcia for the 4th spot on the leaderboard. It's going to be Aubrey Leach, Amanda Lorenz, and Haley McClenny. Leach perfect today. Doubled in a run back in the 2nd, walked and scored in the 4th. Popped up. Oh my goodness. That is the 4th pop out to Hannah Flippin in the last 8 batters. It's actually the 5th pop out to Hannah Flippin in the last 11 batters, and in total in the game, 6 pop-ups to Hannah Flippin. We've had 16 outs recorded, and 6 of the outs have been on a pop-up to the palindrome. Good God. All right, history on the line here. Amanda Lorenz with a base hit here would have a 500 batting average. She is 22 for 45 on the year. That's a 489 batting average. A base hit here, quite possibly the last AB she's going to have all season long. Popped up to Flippin. Nope, it's going to be the 3rd baseman Wiz who makes the play. And it's not going to happen for Amanda Lorenz. Oh my goodness.
You gonna be okay?
When's the last time you saw a 500 batting average?
2020, Jesse
Well,
Warren.
You're right. But not from a left-handed batter.
And I will say, 2020, they didn't have the same formula with how they dial the pitchers in now than ever. You look at the ERAs of the pitchers in this 2023 season in comparison to the ERAs of the 2020 season, a lot more runs were being scored in 2020, home runs. So for Amanda Lorenz to be able to have the batting average that she has, being able to almost hit 500 against this level of pitching, that's saying something.
Now, I'm sure there's some people out there that are saying to themselves, why was he mentioning this? He's jinxing her. I'll tell you what.
No.
Ben Scully told me one time, if something major is happening and I do not tell the audience and it happens, I failed to do my job. If there's a no-hitter going on, Sandy Koufax has got a no-hitter, and I don't mention it to people watching, and they turn up their television and they wake up the next morning and say, Sandy Koufax threw a no-hitter, I missed it. Well, Ben Scully said I didn't do my job. So there you are. Put your phones down, everyone.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
You're great at your job. You don't need to tell everyone why you have to say she almost hit 500 or Corrick was throwing a perfect game, because that's your job as a play-by-play. I can't say that I'm going to be talking a perfect game, but analysts don't have to sign anything that says, hey, all right, if something big's happening, you need to say a no-hitter or a perfect game.
0-2 to Haley McClenny. McClenny doubled in a run back in the 2nd inning. This is her 2nd look at Megan Faremo. Is there a reason why Faremo has induced so many pop-ups?
A little bit of elevation on the outside part of the plate to those lefties. I think with how they've been able to get on plane to hit it to that left side of the field, she's given a little bit of upward spin on it, and they're just getting underneath it.
That went under the chin of McClenny. McClenny began the day 28th on the leaderboard. She's climbed up 3 spots to 25. She has medaled before. Last year she finished 3rd on the leaderboard. Top 4 finishers all get medals. We have never had anyone medal twice. There have been 4 different medalists in each of the first 3 seasons. Alyssa Denham has a chance to change that. She finished 2nd last year.
unique how for Alyssa Denham, it is pretty much just like last year. She made the same kind of dips and as the weeks have gone on, and then week 4 all of a sudden exploded and put herself in that position to, number one, she was on a team that was pretty darn good with Odyssey Alexander that had not lost a game in quite some bit, so that helps her. But pushing herself to be a captain for week 5, and look at this team that she's been able to draft and the support that's helped her as this weekend has gone on.
Well, I think we both agree Denham can't take herself out. Every out that she records as a pitcher is at +4, so there's still potentially 24 more points that she can add to her total. Plus, if she can go the entire way and a 7-inning shutout, you'd imagine that's MVP 1, which is a +60.
I think I approach it in the way where I continue to keep myself in until I feel a pit in my stomach and feel like I need to pull the plug. Meaning if I give up a base hit or I give up a walk and then there seems to be more momentum and some action getting towards second base, I would be warming up Kat Sandercock and having her, because not only is Kat someone that you can trust, she's in that closer role. She knows it from Florida State, and she's done it here at Athletes Unlimited. So I keep myself in until it feels like the right move to pull myself out, but I couldn't agree with you more. She stays in and continues to keep doing what she's doing and puts donuts up on the board. She's MVP 1 all day.
Well, this is a rollover inning. So including last inning, this inning, and next inning, there's still 30 potential inning points available for Team Denham. 30 points that she can pick up. Good pitching by Faremo. Just never gave in to McClenny. 1, 2, 3, frame 4 for Faremo. She's now retired 7 in a row. It's the bottom of the 6th when we come back. 20 points on the line if Team Flippin can score a run.
Alyssa Denham has been so fun to watch. I mean, she spread the zone really well. Yeah, she's not your typical strikeout pitcher, but it's been the defense. She did not panic in this little rundown situation by Lily Piper. And then the bases loaded situation makes the play, and that is what it's all about. It's being able to make those clutch defensive plays. And the max points possible after today, this is where it would put Alyssa Denham up against the big dog, Odyssey Alexander. She would lead her by 114 points. That is as everything goes right. She continues the game as is, gets MVP 1, 60 points. The list goes on. So some stuff still definitely has to go right, but this is what it would look like.
Yeah, she's 6 outs away from that happening. For a pitcher who doesn't hit, the most points you can get in a game is 264 points. And right now, Alyssa Denham is on pace to get 264. That's the person she's chasing, Odyssey Alexander. She will play in our nightcap. She is wearing the gold uniform. That means you play the final game on Sunday. And that's the way Odyssey wants it, you'd imagine. She knows what's going to be in front of her and how she's going to manage her team throughout the course of the day. Victoria Hayward.
Is it weird that, like, I'm a little nervous about it? So I don't know what's going to happen. I feel like I get this way in the college season with softball and, you know, the regionals and supers and World Series because there's so much on the line. But I feel this exact same way here for Odyssey because there is some pressure.
Down the left field line, foul. 1-1. So if everything goes the way that Denham wants them to go, and there's still a whole bunch of softball remaining, she needs to get 6 outs. She will force Odyssey Alexander to play. There was a chance that if Odyssey had a big enough lead, she could control her own destiny and say, I'm not going to play. I'm not going to run the risk of getting negative points by allowing earned runs as a pitcher. Denham, 1-2 now. And oh, by the way, Danielle Gibson is still very much in the thick of things.
Yeah, you think about if Danielle Gibson has herself a heck of a day. And it also makes you think, like, we obviously don't know who's throwing in any of these games yet, but you think about, like, if you do get that matchup of Odyssey Alexander going up against Danielle Gibson, do you walk Danielle Gibson and not give her the opportunity to do something big? Because, hey, if she hits a home run, that's 40 points.
Oh, a great start to the inning for Team Flippin. Line drive base hit for Hayward. Obviously, they'd love to win the game, but just a run would be monumental. It would be worth 20 points because this is a rollover inning.
Really good job by Victoria Hayward. This is a missed spot by Alyssa Denham. She misses a little bit too much over the heart of the plate, and this ball's up at 64 miles an hour, and Vic Hayward takes it right back up the middle with the laser.
Denham looking for a pearl. She's got one. All right, no one has stolen more bases in the history of Athletes Unlimited softball than the runner on at first. Is this a running situation if you're Victoria Hayward?
I'm smart here. I wouldn't. I don't want to be an out. I want to be a run. I want those inning win points. So I think you respect the arm behind the plate and Gwen Speckis and what she's able to do. And
Mia Davidson, the batter. Hit with a pitcher last time up. On the ground, Fisher can't make the play. Oh, she gets the out at first. Some is better than none. That is a big-time throw by Fisher. Hayward's on at second with 1 out. This looks like this may be a captain's challenge. And it is. That is a very quick captain's challenge for Hannah Flippin.
When they haven't used it yet, so why not? Bottom of the 6th inning, have yet to use one of the captain's challenge with an inning that means so much and a play that was so bang bang. Now is the time. You love the stick by Fisher. Ooh, I think she got her foot in there, Eric. I think she's going to be safe. This could be the money shot. Yeah.
Jeez, I don't know. That's tight. Remember, the call on the field was out. So is there indisputable video evidence to overturn?
Yeah, her foot right there is on the bag before the ball goes in the mitt.
Okay, I'm leaning your way.
I don't know if you are.
I'm leaning your way.
I don't know.
I wouldn't be absolutely stunned if they didn't overturn it.
Well, we saw one of those types of plays that happens yesterday where we were stunned that it did not get overturned. Do you remember? The Rachel Garcia up the line.
Oh, it is overturned. Well, what that does, though, is it does change things in Alyssa Denham's life.
Yeah.
Because now the out wasn't recorded. That means it's an error. So potentially, if Davidson comes around to score, it's an unearned run. Earned runs against the pitcher are a -10. But what hurts, though, is if Fisher had made it clean, they would have got the lead out at second, and there wouldn't be a runner in scoring position. Oh, my. Runners at first and at second, nobody out. 20 points on the line. Here's Kelsey Harshman. Harshman's put the ball in play twice, hadn't got it out of the infield. Beautiful pitch.
The one thing I just dig about Alyssa Denham, just the composure is always there. There's not a whole lot that changes. Whether there's runners on or not, she just always looks like she's composed, she's in control, always connecting with her teammates.
What is Harshman talking to Vidalis about?
Maybe Vidalis is seeing something in Harshman's swing and called her over to tell her something.
Hayward, the runner on at second. Davidson follows her at first. High pop up. One down.
We did a chair chat yesterday with Alyssa Denham in the game, and she was telling us that her sisters were flying in. She has 3 sisters that all played softball. They were flying in yesterday and going to be leaving today after this game. She's like, yeah, they're all teachers and they have to get back home, but you love the support of the family.
That's Lauren Lappin there. All right, Tori Vidalis. Tori's put the ball in play twice. Just 1 for 8 this weekend. Tori Vidalis. 0-2.
Another thing that has really stood out to me today with Alyssa Denham, and I know I talk a lot about this, but it's just to be able to change speeds. That last pitch coming in at 53 miles an hour, the one before 64 miles an hour. There's something to be said about constantly changing it up and getting these types of defensive hacks. You see that swing by Tori Vidalis. It's definitely uncharacteristic to see a swing like that. But that last pitch coming in at 50 miles an hour, so taking 3 miles an hour off that last pitch to that one, and now it potentially opens up for her to really spin that drop ball and try to get another defensive hack on something.
Well, this at bat for Vidalis is so important for Alyssa Denham. If Denham can retire Vidalis, that'll be the 2nd out of the inning, but it'd really be the 3rd out for her. Because of the error committed by Sam Fisher, if she can get Vidalis here, even if a run scores this inning, it'll be unearned. Uh-oh. 1-2. Now, clearly she wants to win the inning and win the game, but leading 6-0, she's not really worried about winning the game right now. She's worried about winning the inning and keeping the earned runs off of her record.
Yes.
Into center field, McClenny, she's got a cannon. Here's the throw, and a run scores. Tori Vidalis drives in a run. It's an inning win for Team Flippin. That's the first run scored this weekend for Team Flippin, and it's an inning win plus 20 for everyone on their club.
Really good job by Tori Vidalis. What an at-bat. Halo from center field makes the throw, but Gwen Speckis just not able to pick it. Definitely feeling Vic and her speed coming around the bases. Gosh, that would have been close. I like testing the waters and sending Vic. I'm not sure even if Gwen picks this though, Eric. I think she might have been able to be, she might have already been safe. I think her hand would have potentially slid in there, but first run scored for Team Flippin over the course of the weekend. You see that ball jump, but just the way that Vic Hayward knows how to slide, knows his field so well, I think she was going to get her hand in there.
This inning started when Vic Hayward had a line drive single to center. Mia Davidson had a thought smash to third. Sam Fisher couldn't make the play on it, was ruled an error. Actually, there was now recorded at first, but the captain's challenge got it overturned. That was big. Harshman flies out to left, and then the RBI single by Vidalis. Denham has gone backwards for the first time today. -10 because of the earned run, and 20 potential inning points go by the wayside. So a little bit of relief for Odyssey Alexander. Denham can no longer get that perfect 264 that she was dreaming of. And Danielle, you talk about it all the time, all season long. Pitchers have learned, captains have learned, you can't go 3 times through the order with your pitcher. And that's what Denham needs to do to try and win the overall championship. And it's been tough. Right back to Denham. That's a big out, because now if anyone else scores, they're unearned. So no more earned runs a possibility for Denham this inning.
And I think it really goes to show how good Alyssa Denham's stuff is. Going a 3rd time through the lineup and being able to have the success that she has been able to have over the course of a 5-week season. It is hard to go 3 times through the order, especially when you're sprinkling these elite level athletes to all these different teams, and sometimes they're your teammates and then sometimes they're not. There's just so much that goes into this scoring system. And I think that, to me, she's someone that stands out so much just because she's not your typical Garcia with 50-plus strikeouts on a season, or someone like Kat Osterman from that 2020 season. She's someone that really focuses on the location piece, rolling ground balls, trusting the defense, and getting a strikeout here or there when she needs it.
Shannon Rhodes, the pinch hitter. Rhodes last year, the rookie of the year, was just off the charts. Such a fantastic season last year. Has not been able to put up similar numbers here in year 2. Danielle, look at how many pitches thrown by Denham. It has been hard-earned. This next pitch will be her 110th. She'll be brushing her teeth with her left arm later tonight.
Well, they're not playing tomorrow, so might as well go out with a bang.
We have had activity in the bullpen for a while now for Team Denham. I think that's Corrick. Denham gets the strikeout. Okay. So it is still a 6-1 lead for Team Denham, but an inning win. 20 points for Team Flippin. Interested, Odyssey Alexander. She'll play in our nightcap. Athletes Unlimited Softball on ESPN is fueled by Gatorade and by Aspiration, a global leader in financing climate impact. Welcome back, everyone. We have made it to inning number 7 here in game number 29 of 30. This is the 4th championship season with Athletes Unlimited Softball. We have seen breakout stars, Megan Romero throw a no-hitter a couple of weeks ago. We've had great players who have continued to be great through the first 4 years they played here with Athletes Unlimited. Anyway, we've made it to the 7th inning. It's a 6-1 lead for Team Denham over Team Flippin, and we've got one more coming your way. Danielle Gibson currently 3rd on the leaderboard. She's going to take on Odyssey Alexander and Team Alexander. We don't know if Odyssey Alexander is still going to have that first next to her name when our game starts. The way that Alyssa Denham has performed here in her final game of the year is more than likely going to leapfrog Odyssey. And Odyssey will have to score some points to win this year's whole ball of wax.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want it any other way. As a viewer, you don't want it any other way. As an athlete, yeah, it's nice to know if I'm going to win this thing without having to really go out there and perform well. If the team does what they need to do, there's a good chance that I can win this thing. But I dig the fact that there could be an opportunity for Odyssey to have to go out there and fight to be that top dog. That's what it's all about. That's why we play the game. And that's why it makes it really interesting to see how this finishes up, how the MVP points are going to go, and how it'll all go down.
All right, so we're going to play the 7th inning. This inning's worth 10 points. The way that it works here with Athletes Unlimited, even if no one scores this inning, it'll be an inning win for Team Denham because they're going to win the game if that's the case. So clearly they'd like to get a run or 2 for some breathing room. But even if they don't, as long as a 0 is put up in the run column for Team Flippin in the bottom of the 7th, it'll be a +10 for Alyssa Denham and everyone on Team Denham.
Megan Framo is still trying to hit those good corners. She just has not been able to get that pitch. I like it. I want it. That curveball in under the hands. She has not been getting that for a strike.
Looped into center field. Hayward makes the play. Ramos now retired 8 in a row. Now this is an important at bat for Sydney Romero. Probably her last at bat of the season. She had a 2-run triple her last time up. She currently is 8th on the leaderboard. She's got a chance to leapfrog Hannah Flippin if she does something productive here. If she does something really spectacular, we're talking about, you know, big points, maybe one of the MVPs. Maybe she finishes in the top 5. Maybe the top 4. You don't know. This is a big at bat for Romero. That's not bad. She'll take a single. +10. So Romero 2 for 3 with a hit by pitch in her final game of the year. With that base hit, Sydney Romero now in 6th spot on the leaderboard. Here's Sam Fisher. One for 3 for Fisher. It's her second look at Faremo. It's been a heck of a weekend for the entire Team Denham. Trying to go 3-0. Looks like they're going to get it done. They're leading 6-1 here in the 7th and final inning. Pitching staff has only allowed 2 runs in 20 innings of work. So far, of a possible 20 inning wins, they've only lost 2. They're won 18 innings and lost 2. Foul all the way. I talked about it earlier. The wind has been blowing in the majority of the season, blowing in today. We haven't seen a homer. On the ground, whiz to second, on to first, not in time. And he continues, 2 outs, with Fisher replacing Romero at first. I really like watching Delaney Wiz play third this year.
Yeah, she's definitely been a lot of fun, super confident in that position. Solid hitter. She's been a good teammate. She's been getting drafted high week to week.
We have wonderful camera operators, always have. Just notice that Wiz holds her glove kind of weird. Her fingers don't seem to be in the right spots. Svekis pops it up. Danielle, when you work glove, do you put all 5 fingers in the 5 spots?
No, I don't.
You don't?
I put my pinky and my ring finger at the very end of the glove, and then my other ones.
Huh, okay. I was looking at Wiz's glove hand, and it looked like she had her index finger and her middle finger in the spots that you would think you'd have the 4 and 5 fingers. Of course, we're not going to be able to. Oh, come on, Delaney. You know we're talking about what you're doing with your glove. Did you have your finger out with your glove?
No, they don't really like pitchers to do that.
Oh, yeah, see, look at it. All of her fingers are jammed into the left-hand side. Am I right?
You are right, but that's normal.
Normal,
yes.
Okay.
I mean, I don't like my hands fully spread on the mitt. I like to have a little bit more power to close my mitt with those 2 fingers on the edge of the glove. Taught my daughter to do the same. Maddie does the same.
Okay.
Look at you just picking up on these things.
Eagle Eye Collins. That's why Savannah Collins hasn't told us the story about it. 3 balls and a strike to Svekis. Svekis right now tied for 4th with Rachel Garcia. Losing that last inning was big for Gwen Svekis. Gwen Svekis, just like Alyssa Denham and a bunch of other players on Team Denham, hovering around certain spots on the leaderboard, and they just lost an opportunity for 20 points by losing what had been a rollover 20-point inning. So even though they're leading 6-1, they've had kind of a walk in the park. Missed opportunity. Called strike 3 for Ramo. Wonderful job out of the pen. She strikes out Svekis, and we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Will Alyssa Denham hope for 3 more outs and more points? We'll see. Bottom of the 7th inning, 3 more outs to get for Team Denham. They lead 6-1 over Team Flippin, and it will not be Alyssa Denham trying to get those 3 outs. During the break, conversation between Denham, Georgina Korick, and Haley Wagner, and the decision was made to bring in Wagner. Gwen Svekis, the catcher, also involved in that conversation. But when you didn't see Denham with the glove on her hand, you knew that there's probably a chance she's not going to come in. So Denham takes herself out and takes away the possibility of getting 12 more points with 3 outs, but also takes away the possibility of going backwards by giving up earned runs. So as it is right now, 1,860 points. If they win the game and everything goes possible for Denham, she would lead Odyssey Alexander by 72 going into Odyssey's last game, which will come up about 20 minutes after this one ends.
I'm not sure I would have done that. I feel like you got to take everything you can get when someone had that big of a lead, meaning Odyssey Alexander.
Odyssey Alexander, unlike Alyssa Denham, can get points both as a pitcher and as a batter. Since she's been the captain majority of games, she's put herself in the batting order. Only got 1 hit on the year, but she's been hit with a pitch twice. She has got 26 points as a batter that Alyssa Denham has never been able to get because she's never batted. Haley Wagner needs to get Piper, Jasmine Jackson, and Hannah Flippin out to preserve the win and get an inning win for Team Denham. Remember, even 1-run scores for Team Flippin, they'll win the inning. On the ground to third. Fisher. 1 down.
Fielder, number 24, Jasmine Jackson.
Good quick out by Haley Wagner.
All right, if everything kind of holds right now, let's start thinking about MVPs. MVP 1, 60 points. MVP 2 is 40. MVP 3 is 30. Who are you thinking about as MVP 1?
I would give it to Alyssa Denham.
6 innings, 1-run ball.
I know a shutout is what you want, but I think only giving up 1 run in the performance that she was able to have today, I felt like was pretty good. And you also have to remember that these athletes get to vote. So you look at how this Team Denham team has been ran over this weekend. Like, if she was my captain, I would want her to have the best chance to try to win this thing based on not only her performance today, but just kind of this magical run that she's made to put herself in that spot. So yeah, I would vote for her.
Well, I think it's safe to say that no matter what happens the rest of the day, Alyssa Denham has guaranteed herself a spot in the top 4. She's going to be a medalist for the 2nd consecutive year, and that's going to be the first time in Athletes Unlimited softball history that someone has medaled twice. She came in 2nd last year. On the ground, softly right side. Infield single for Jackson. So Odyssey Alexander is getting loose. Team Alexander, Team Gibson, they will get underway 20 minutes after this one comes to a close. That game will be on ESPNU. Here's the captain, Hannah Flippin. One of the reasons why she put herself in the leadoff spot is so she can get an extra at-bat. And this is the at-bat we're talking about. Final bat of the year for Flippin. 3-0. You know, this is not what Alyssa Denham was thinking about when she brought in Wagner. Oh my. So the 4-pitch walk puts runners on at first and at second with 1 out. And here comes trouble. Victoria Hayward, who started it off last inning with a base hit and scored the only run of the weekend for Team Flippin. She'll bat again. Base hit here, and Vic's thinking about a potential MVP situation. To left field, Lorenz gets turned around and makes the play. Oh my goodness. Wow. 2 down.
I don't think Amanda Lorenz was expecting Vic to hit such a hot shot to left up in the air. She was playing in, I think, that respecting the fact that Victoria Hayward tends to slap it and has that good short game. Decided to swing away, and that was a really good catch by Amanda Lorenz.
Remember, if Team Flippin does not score, it's an inning win for Team Denham. +10 for everyone on the roster. That's big for Alyssa. Off the thumbs, shallow left. Lorenz makes the play. It's an inning win for Team Denham and an overall win for Team Denham. So it wasn't perfection for Alyssa Denham, but it's pretty darn close to perfection. She was nailed when she needed to be, and she is going to put a real thought into the head of Odyssey Alexander as we head to our final game of the season. Final game, Athletes Unlimited Softball, coming up on ESPNU. Team Gibson going to take on Team Alexander. For Danielle, Lori, Savannah Collins, and our entire crew, I'm Eric Collins. We will see you right back here shortly.